What is up? Deal breakers every single Wednesday, 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. And today, it's about high targets. I'm a believer in the psychology of high targets. I'm a believer in the fact that high targets, you end up getting greater results simply because you set a high target. Whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on IG, thanks for being a part of Deal Breakers every single Wednesday at 2 o'clock. What I need you to do, though, when you jump into this thing, I need you to like, comment, and share. I need some interaction. I need to let you know, I need you to let me know if you have a question. Today I'm going to talk about the psychology, the science, and the reason for setting a gigantic target. Whether you're an insurance agent, whether you want to make a lot of money, whether you want to make a lot of sales, whether you want to throw a huge, crazy, freaking event at an NFL stadium with Ray Lewis, Grant Cardone, with thousands of people. Whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it, I'm telling you what, having a large target is a must. You want to blow up, you want to go up, and you want to achieve more than you thought you could ever achieve. A high target is the science behind it. Because what happens is, let's say that you have a high target, and let's just say that you have a low target. When I have a high, say you're here, when I have a low target, I'm gonna just work hard enough. I'm gonna just be creative enough. And I'm going to just think about it enough to hit my low target, okay? But and you know what? This leaves you time to relax and hang out with friends and not work as late and not work as hard and watch Netflix and watch TV and all those other things. But when I have a large target, I like to call it the 3 C's by Cody. I'm constantly creative, and in crazy mode. I know that's probably not easy to read, but I'm constantly, that's my 3 C's, I'm constantly in creative and crazy mode. What does that mean? Well, if I have a low target, I don't have to be as consistent or constant. I don't have to grind. I don't have to grind every single day, all day. I don't have to constantly do more. I don't have to be as creative. Because when you set gigantic targets that you think is 100% unachievable, guess what? You start to become more creative. We've added 255 now, Bailey says. Thank you, brother. 255 in the last 2.5 days. We've added 255 attendees. I'm being told we'll have a couple more here just entered in just a second. 255 attendees for our 8% Nation Insurance Wealth Conference. Nissan Stadium, huge conference, end of the month. I use that as an example because I've always wanted north of 1,000 people at this event. And to get insurance agents to travel from all over the country to come to this crazy big event, it's forced me to be way more creative than I've ever been. Over the weekend, I flew out on Sunday morning, flew back Sunday night. I went to Dallas, watched the Cowboys, flew back Sunday night, same day. While I was on the plane, guess what I thought about the entire time I'm on the plane? My target. What was my target? What was my target? I had a large target. And I was conscious of my target because it was so high. It was such a gigantic freaking target. And guess what? I should have set it bigger. such a gigantic freaking target that I thought it was impossible to hit. It made me more creative because I'm over here racking my brain. How in the world can we make this happen? I'm being more creative because I've got a gigantic freaking target. It makes me more creative because when you have a high target and proclaim it to the world, most people think, well, if I fall short, you know what, it's embarrassing. Honestly, we won't fall short. We will not fall short. However, even if we did, I've gained so much respect from other people in this industry, family, friends, people I know. The first thing they always say is, holy crap, dude. You're going big time. You're going all in. This is unreal. This is unbelievable. Like, are you really actually having this sitting in an NFL stadium? You know, it blows people's mind. If your targets aren't blowing people's minds, even your own, then they're too small. I think that's a lot of the reasons why we only end up so far. We only end up with so much amounts of money. We only end up with this kind of life, or this kind of this, or this kind of that. Or we only made, you know, $48,000 for the year, whatever. Or we only wrote 102 policies for the whole year. Whatever the case is, I'm telling you what, it always goes back to, what was your target? What is your target? Do you know your target? Do you write down your target every single morning and every night? When I go to bed, guess what? I'm thinking about my target. When I wake up in the morning, guess what? I'm thinking about my target. How do I hit the freaking bullseye? By doing that, it has forced me to be more creative. It has forced me to be constant and very consistent all day, every day. I've stopped doing stuff in my other businesses unless they help and impact this massive target of this conference. But by doing that, I grind non-stop. I get in here 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I definitely do not leave till 7:30 or 8 o'clock. Every day. Saturdays. I was in here Sunday before that. Because what? Because I set such a high target that I've forced myself to stretch my potential, to stretch my ability, to stretch my creativity. Some people think Cody's nuts. He's creative and he knows what he's doing marketing wise. Those were two things that I didn't even believe in myself about. I didn't think I knew anything about marketing, and actually at the time I really didn't, or maybe more than I thought. And I didn't think I was creative. I didn't think I was a creative individual at all. Like if someone said, "Hey," like if I had people like describe me in a word. Several years ago, the last thing they would have ever said, in my opinion, is creative. But I've forced myself to be more creative simply by putting myself out there. And I'm telling you, you can too. But setting a low target is not the answer to solving your problems. And also, you can ask everybody around here. I'm also in freaking crazy mode constantly, because I'm determined to hit my target. If people don't, I'm telling you what, in your life, in your life, if people don't make fun, if they don't get jealous, or if they don't get worried for you. If people don't make fun, because they don't, the non-believers, the people that do not believe in you, the non-believers, people that, if they don't make fun, if people aren't publicly jealous, or if they're not worried for you, then your target, guess what? Then your target's too low. I know I've learned a ton by doing this. Dude, I mean, what's crazy is my wife, my family, and my parents are more worried about this thing than I am. They're not worried anymore, but man, there were months and months where they were like, you're insane. If people don't think you're crazy, your target's too low. But also, not only am I a believer in a high target, but I believe in that you should. I'm to the point now where I'm sold 100%, if you can't tell, on always having the next target. On always having the next target. Like even when this conference is over, what will the next target be? I promise I'll have one, because I don't believe in living my life anymore unless I'm chasing a high target. Because it's taught me so much these last 3 to 4 months. I'm capable of way more than I realized. Our team is capable of way more than we ever dreamed. But you don't find these things out unless you have a high target. Another thing is, I'm going to share something with you guys, but I want to wait because I want to show you something real quick. As soon as I get done showing you something that you need to see anyway, as soon as I get done here, bear with me, stay with me. I promise you're going to want to hear what I have to say next. I'll be right back.
October 26th, 27th, I'll be in Nashville, Tennessee, at 8% Nation, cause they bring the top in the industry to come out and speak. Tell them who it be. Like Cody Askins, Ray Lewis, and in this arena, Charlie Gina show the blueprint. Tim Story, Coach Burt, put you in the zone. Let's dominate the industry with Grant Cardone. It's going down. I'ma let them know now. Get your tickets, cause it's almost sold out. If you're not growing, then you're dying. So basically, they walking dead. I'm like, fine then. I'ma call them Rick Grimes assignment. Oh, please stop complaining about nobody buying. Whoa, that's real. I see you in Nashville, front row. Let's grow. Yo, you need to be here. Cause 92% of agents fail their first 3 years. If you wanna win, you better be at this event, so we can put you in the 8%. Are you done faking, waiting, playing around? One shot, you better take it now. This is life changing. Get your tickets now. 8% Nation, 8%nation.com. Get your tickets now before it's sold out.
Welcome back. These are perfectly drawn circles, and don't you tell me they're not. I'm going to use this as an example because most of the time I hear people say, hey, I hear people say all the time, hey, I want to make, $100 grand. Or people all the time say, man, dude, I wish I just made $1,000 a week, I'm going to use this as an example. I'm going to say that this ring right here, $50K. I'm going to say that this ring is $100K. I'm going to say that this ring is $250K. And I'm going to say that the bullseye is $1 million. Okay? Just as an example. Everyone can hit this target. Like everyone always believes, okay, I can hit this target. Some people believe that they can hit this target here. 100K, okay, if I spent a little more money, if I did a little more work, everyone wants to make 100K, it's still too small. Patrick Bet David and Grant Cardone and several others are saying that 250 grand is now the old $100,000 mark. 250K is the new six figures. So, okay, if you thought a little bigger, if you spent a little more money, if you had a line of credit, if you had a loan, if you had a team, if you had this, if you knew how to use ads, if you knew how to get prospects coming through the door all day, every day, you could probably get to 250K, am I right? If all these things aligned, if you knew everything, if you had no questions, if you were sold, if you had leads coming in all day, every day, you could probably do that. But why not think about something for a second. Hypothetically, if you thought about that large target every day, okay? If you thought about it every day, if you wrote it down every morning and every night, if you had plenty of money, if you had a team, if you had more leads than you knew what to do with, and maybe you just had to work a little harder too, and you had all the training that you ever needed, and this applies to any business, and if you truly had the more desire than you ever needed, like the commitment level wasn't a problem, you were all in, you were sold, you were there, you were committed. If hypothetically all of these things were true, do you believe that if the desire was off the charts, if you thought about your goal constantly, if you wrote it down every morning and every night, if you had plenty of money, banks have money, if you had a team, if you had a team that did everything for you, that was able to magnify your efforts, if you had more leads than you ever knew what to do with, 100 leads a day, 200 leads a day, who cares? If you just worked a little harder and if you were well trained. Hypothetically, in a perfect scenario, I want you to answer me this question. In a perfect scenario, are you capable of making $1 million if all these problems were solved? The answer, without a doubt, for every person that I know, the answer to that question is true. But the biggest difference between those that maybe make $1 million and between those that make 100K is that the person that makes 100K had a small target. The person that made $1 million had a high target. And their target the entire time was so big that they finally believed in themselves. Because the other thing I'm learning is constantly is I truly believe we are pulling this off now at this point. Like it's happened. It's happening every day, especially when you've added 255 tickets, in 2.5 days. Like it's freaking happening, right? I mean, but there's been times along the way where I really didn't truly believe it. Where I would have these low moments where I would say, yeah, your target's too big. You didn't sell enough tickets today. Maybe you should lower your target, right? And we could have. We could have lowered the target. But if anything, make it even bigger after that, because there's everyone. I don't care if you're freaking Grant Cardone, Ray Lewis, Tim Story, doesn't matter. Everyone is going to have moments where they may doubt themselves. And Nick's example, they don't have to work harder. They may believe in themselves more. They may have just set a higher target. And maybe they were mentally tougher and they had a better mindset about the fact that they could actually do whatever they wanted. That's the moral of the story today for Deal Breakers, is the psychology of having a high target. We will always have a high target in our companies from now on for the rest of my life, because having a high target, an unbelievable, unreachable, unattainable target in everyone's eyes, makes you push harder. It makes everyone, the team, rally, because you're down 12-0 in the last inning. It makes everyone more creative. It makes you spend more money. It makes you invest more in yourself. It makes you seek out learning from other people. I'm not a super social guy. I'm not someone that believes, I used to not believe I needed mentors and learning from people and collaboration, but I'm telling you what, I've learned during this conference, I need other people in this industry. I need to seek out people that know what they have done, and maybe they can help me do what I'm looking to do. Learning from other people, from a social aspect, networking, collaboration, mentorship, all that has been revolutionary. But it's tough because you want to, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. Put your ego aside, put your pride aside. Don't lower the target and go after a high target. And always, even when you reach that target, always have a new next high target. So the moral of the story today is, have a high target, be constant, consistent, crazy, and creative about your target every single day. Be deliberate, intentional, and focused on blowing up a high target. You're thinking too small, and I promise you, you are, okay, let me ask you this question. Are you capable of more in any area in your life? If the answer to that question is yes, then guess what? Your target is too low. Thanks for watching Deal Breakers every Wednesday at 2. We'll see you Friday. If you haven't got your ticket, we sold out VIP. We've added 255 attendees this week alone. This week alone, we added a new executive ticket. The hotel has no more double beds. I just found out earlier, no more double beds at the hotel. The party, we're supposed to have 100, we're only supposed to allow 198 people. We're at 240 now. It's past full. Like, set a high target and then freaking destroy it. If you're capable of more, if you've got more potential, then your target's too low. Go set a high target. Come hang out with me at Nissan Stadium. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys.
October 26th, 27th, I'll be in Nashville, Tennessee, at 8% Nation, cause they bring the top in the industry to come out and speak. Tell them who it be. Like Cody Askins, Ray Lewis, and in this arena, Charlie Gina show the blueprint. Tim Story, Coach Burt, put you in the zone. Let's dominate the industry with Grant Cardone. It's going down. I'ma let them know now. Get your tickets, cause it's almost sold out. If you're not growing, then you're dying. So basically, they walking dead. I'm like, fine then. I'ma call them Rick Grimes assignment. Oh, please stop complaining about nobody buying. Whoa, that's real. I'll see you in Nashville, front row. Let's grow. Yo, you need to be here. Cause 92% of agents fail their first 3 years. If you wanna win, you better be at this event, so we can put you in the 8%. Are you done faking, waiting, playing around? One shot, you better take it now. This is life changing. Get your tickets now. 8% Nation, 8%nation.com. Get your tickets now before it's sold out. October 26th, 27th, I'll be In Nashville, Tennessee, at 8% Nation, cause they bring the top in the industry to come out and speak. Tell them who it be. Like Cody Askins, Ray Lewis. And in this arena, Charlie Gina show the blueprint. Tim Story, Coach Burt put you in the zone. Let's dominate the industry with Grant Cardone. It's going down. I'ma let them know now. Get your tickets cause it's almost sold out. If you're not growing, then you're dying. So basically they walking dead, I'm like fine then. I'ma call them Rick Grimes assignment. Oh, please stop complaining about nobody buying. Whoa, that's real. I see you in Nashville, front row, let's grow. Yo, you need to be here, cause 92% of agents pay their first 3 years. If you wanna win, you better be at this event, so we can put you in the 8%. Are you done faking, waiting, playing around? One shot, you better take it now. This is life changing. Get your tickets now. 8% Nation, 8%Nation.com. Get your tickets now before it's sold out. October 26th, 27th, I'll be in Nashville, Tennessee, at 8% Nation, cause they bring the top in the industry to come out and speak. Tell them who it be. Like Cody Askins, Ray Lewis. And in this arena, Charlie Gina show the blueprint. Tim Story, Coach Burt put you in the zone. Let's dominate the industry with Grant Cardone. It's going down. I'ma let them know now. Get your tickets cause it's almost sold out. If you're not growing, then you're dying. So basically they walking dead, I'm like fine then. I'ma call them Rick Grimes assignment. Oh, please stop complaining about nobody buying. Whoa, that's real. I see you in Nashville, front row, let's grow. Yo, you need to be here, cause 92% of agents pay their first 3 years. If you wanna win, you better be at this event, so we can put you in the 8%. Are you done faking, waiting, playing around? One shot, you better take it now. This is life changing. Get your tickets now. 8% Nation, 8%Nation.com. Get your tickets now before it's sold out. October 26th, 27th, I'll be in Nashville, Tennessee, at 8% Nation, cause they bring the top in the industry to come out and speak. Tell them who it be. Like Cody Askins, Ray Lewis. And in this arena, Charlie Gina show the blueprint. Tim Story, Coach Burt put you in the zone. Let's dominate the industry with Grant Cardone. It's going down. I'ma let them know now. Get your tickets cause it's almost sold out. If you're not growing, then you're dying. So basically they walking dead, I'm like fine then. I'ma call them Rick Grimes assignment. Oh, please stop complaining about nobody buying. Whoa, that's real. I see you in Nashville, front row, let's grow. Yo, you need to be here, cause 92% of agents pay their first 3 years. If you wanna win, you better be at this event, so we can put you in the 8%. Are you done faking, waiting, playing around? One shot, you better take it now. This is life changing. Get your tickets now. 8% Nation, 8%Nation.com. Get your tickets now before it's sold out. October 26th, 27th, I'll be in Nashville, Tennessee, at 8% Nation, cause they bring the top in the industry to come out and speak. Tell them who it be. Like Cody Askins, Ray Lewis. And in this arena, Charlie Gina show the blueprint. Tim Story, Coach Burt put you in the zone. Let's dominate the industry with Grant Cardone. It's going down. I'ma let them know now. Get your tickets cause it's almost sold out. If you're not growing, then you're dying. So basically they walking dead, I'm like fine then.